just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set it in. Inside. Blue 58. Stay right.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
319.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his tight end. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
This is caught downfield, it's down. It is a big-time play for Houston. It's a gain of 34.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
They'll take this one up close to the 1st down marker. The spot where the slide begins, that's a pickup of about 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. First carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Tight end going in motion here. On 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Dak facing 3rd and long. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A 32-yard attempt.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
58.
Off the play fake. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Henry To'o. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year.
We need 50.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And this will be incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
He'll throw again. Dak. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he will go all the way. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. Great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First down for Aaron. In trouble, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year.
12-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Blue 58!
From the gun, Rodgers. That's caught left side by Pitts. Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Rodgers. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. That's Washington, the man in motion. On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Juan Thornhill up from his secondary spot to make the play. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. Into the hands of Dell on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
Here we go, 46! Yeah! Here we go, 26!
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Prescott. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain. Now
a 2nd down throw for Prescott. That'll be taken in by Mixon. He's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of Knobs.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man. All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Yeah! Here we go!
In motion now, it's Collins. On 3rd down, Prescott. He's got it at the 7. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Go to 50. 319.
Rodgers on 1st down. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Rodgers. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Blue 58.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He finds Austin with the grab.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for the Steelers.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. He fires downfield for Pitts. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Go to 50. 319. Jump out. Inside. Blue 50.
Rodgers going up top again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
On third down, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Genty. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Again, it's Rodgers. Forced out wide. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Oswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
Steelers 3.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Yeah! Here we go. 46.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
3. From the 38 now, here's second and 3.
Yeah, here we go.
In motion now, it's Collins. They'll go right back to Mixon. Finding room across midfield. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 20-yard pickup there. First down for Houston.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
On second down, it's Dak. Taken in by the tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Prescott from the gun on third down. He's got his man complete to Dell. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. Set to go now on first and 10.
First down, Houston.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he's in! Joe Mixon. Touchdowns, Houston. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Austin now to return this. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his left. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third, they need 8. Rodgers now. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10.
From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's hard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
That's another Steelers first down.
Here's Genji. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
Hunter on the stop. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now here's second and goal.
319! Go right! Go right! Watch the sheet! Go to 50! Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with a touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half.
That's the score. Texans 24. Steelers 10. First Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive, typically results in success later in the game.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
I have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. And you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get that out to Mixon. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
Third down and 9.
Yeah, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's down. Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Texans first down.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. That pass play good for 22. First down for Houston.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
At the Steelers' 9-yard line.
In motion now, it's Collins. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it to the middle. And he will score again. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Austin now to return this. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
A-Rod down to throw on first down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Henry Tolo. His second sack of the afternoon. Number 5 for him on the year.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
DK Metcalf. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 83 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer.
Steelers 17. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Dell, the motion man. He'll give this to Mixon, running right, and he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Now Mixon. This will not do the trick. They stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier. And
the pressure, too much, and he goes down. Going to need a big play now. Third down and long. Rodgers. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 88 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
On the give, this is Mixon. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll get past the marker. He's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And
oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And these guys are going to be set up with a short field as they look to draw closer and perhaps drop even in this one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. A first down there on a pickup of 17.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. This one grabbed by Austin. Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Get 300! Get 300! Slip it down!
The shotgun is A-Rod. He finds Austin with the grab. And they'll mark him out at the 8. But it is enough to set up 1st and goal.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. And here comes the whistle and a timeout with 7 seconds to go.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
And what a finish this is shaping up to be, Mike. They somehow get the late touchdown with very little time left on the clock. And, of course, now everybody knows what's coming. You've got to have your best 2-point, got to have it play. You've been working on it all week. Let's see what they got.
And this is caught. He's able to hang on. They get the 2 points, and we are tied in the final minute of play.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Final seconds here. Overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be taken down on the return. And that does it. We are done with regulation and off to OT. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed 1 possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. For a gain of about 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now a first throw here in overtime. This one downfield, taken in by Higgins. A gain there of 27 yards.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, here we go. I think.
To throw is Prescott. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he will get into the end zone. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
31. Jamie Fairbairn in the kickoff for Houston.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Back north.
A 1st down throw from Rodgers. Over the middle, that's his tight end Pitts. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
That's good for the Steelers.
1st down for Aaron. Going for it all. He's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
6 yards.
Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And they're in business now. He is out of dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. Again, it's Rodgers. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Mike, what a game, but now what decision are they going to make? They find themselves down 1. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the 2-yard line, dial up your best offensive play, and go win this game now.
You had a feeling they might do this if they scored. The head coach says, let's end it here. They'll go for 2 and the win. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. You had a feeling they might do this if they scored. The head coach says, let's end it here. They'll go for 2 and the win. Rodgers going up top again. That is